Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm attempting RBI assistant prelims mock test. So this is live mock test available in oliveboard app. So first is English section, so let's get started. So the first question based on close test. All living things require water to live in the dash environment, in the natural environment. Okay, next. Water is not pure but contains small amounts of other chemicals, many of which are beneficial to life. Organisms require a small amount of these chemicals to dash but not too much. So here organisms require a small amount of these chemicals to survive. 2 plus V1 to survive but not too much. Next, chemicals, there are also chemicals in the environment that are not required for life and which can be harmful at certain levels. It means fluoride is one of these chemicals. Fluorine is dash most often bound to other elements and it's negatively changed from. So fluoride is one of these chemicals. Fluorine is dash the most often. Fluorine is found most often bound to other elements. So fluorine is, I think it's found. So is place V3. So here fluorine is brighten most often bound to other elements. Is tilt most often bound to other elements and is negatively charged from. Fluoride is one of these chemicals. Fluoride is one of these chemicals. Fluorine is dash most often bound. Fluorine is work most often bound to. Is most often bound to other elements and it's negatively charged from. The fluoride ion. The fluoride is naturally released into water and aided by erosion of fluoride containing minerals. Additional fluoride is released into the environment by dash activities like by human activities like burning coal and using fertilizer, which are made from rocks that contain fluoride. Although fluoride is not required by living things, it can be beneficial in low doses. The best example of this is the strengthening of tooth enamel to prevent cavities, I think. Okay. Next, sixth question. This is wrongly spelled word. There is disagreement. I think GG, disagreement. So yeah. Next, I thought we might get something to eat and then go to see a movie. IE, so D. Next, her speech here, SPEE, so A. Your essay should be no more than 2000 words long. Your essay should be no more than 2000. So I think all are correct. Next, they are not fabulously rich or anything, but they are quite comfortable. So here N, we will replace M with N, so D. Next, beware of the prowlers for the street corner. Beware of the prowlers for the street corner. At the street corner. Next, online ticket reservation has reached a new milestone last night. Online ticket reservation has reached, I think it's has reached. Next, peace and harmony of the state is ruined by the Chavas. Peace and harmony of the state or I think next, your understanding about the concept is astonishing. So your understanding about the next, it is one of the basic element. Okay. Next, from 16th, this is reading comprehension. We will come at last. Next, we will go to the 30th question. So this is swapping words. The old man sat in front of a porch, rocking back and forth in his chair, lost in thought. So the old man, so BSc. Okay, next question. The dash couple strolled hand in dash along the sandy beach, lost in young other's company. The young couple strolled hand in hand along the lost in each other's company. So CBA. Option B. Next question. Since the dash is over, returning our vacation home now. Since the vacation is over, we are returning home now. So CAB. Next question. It is expected to rain days in the upcoming heavily. It is expected to rain heavily in the upcoming days. So ACB. Option D. Next question. Little playing are brook near the children along with their pets. So little children are playing near the brook. So CAB. Option B. Next question. My friends have invited me to a small house party. So friends invited. So BA, I think it's CAB. Option D. Okay. So last one, reading comprehension. Let's see from first question onwards. So first of all, one day, a very long time ago, a farmer was driving his loaded wagon along a country road. It has been raining all day and the road was deep in squelchy and sticky mud. The farmer's poor old horses were struggling with all their might to drag the wagon along. But suddenly they came to a complete standstill when one of the wagon's wheels sank right down deep in a muddy and squelchy rut. So here, the farmer jumped down from his seat and just stood there looking miserable, but did not make any effort to push or pull the wagon out of the rut. All he did was to yell and shout and mutter about his bad luck. Then he called out aloud to Hercules to come and help me. And believe it or not, the old stories tell us that Hercules actually did appear right then. And third stanza, they say that Hercules looked at the farmer, then he looked at the poor tired horses, and he looked at the wagon stuck in the mud and said, "Get to the back of your wagon and push with all your strength and tell your horses to pull with all their might. Do you really think that you can move your wagon by just looking at it?" And whining and also moaning and shouting about it. "I'm just not going to help you unless you make some effort to help yourself." The farmer gritted his teeth and got around the back of the wagon. Then he pushed and pushed as hard as he could and called to the horses to pull and pull as hard as they could. The wagon started to move along bit by bit until the wheel was out of the rut. Soon the horses were trotting happily and the wagon was moving beautifully along the country road. The farmer had a big smile on his face. So this is complete stranger. Next we will go to the questions. Which of the following words is opposite to the meaning of L? So here L means shouting and means screaming also. So I think whispering opposite word because it's murmuring. Next here asking about antonym, so that's why I think it's whisper. Next, miserable. It is a synonym of miserable. I think it's dejected. What is the weather like on the particular day that has been mentioned in the passage? So but suddenly when the wagons will strike. One day, a very long time ago, farmer was driving his loaded wagon in country. It has been raining all the day. So it has been raining all day. Option C. Next. According to the passage, the farmer's wagon was driven by which of the following? It was driven by bullocks. The camels were dragging the wagon, and an stick that walked on petroleum. Farmer's old horses. Okay. Option D. So this question answer in fifth line. The farmer's poor old horses were struggling with all their might to drag the wagon along. Next, why did the farmer's wagon suddenly stop as per the given passage? Because the wheel of the wagon sank into a rut. Option E. Next, according to the passage, how did the old farmer react when his wagon got stuck? So he started praying for Hercules. So how did the old farmer react when his wagon got stuck? He started cursing his luck, I think. One more time we will read it. So this is the Hercules looked it. So in second stanza, fourth line, all he did was to yell and shout and mutter about his bad luck. Then he called out aloud to Hercules to come and help him. And believe it or not, so he started cursing his luck. Next question. According to the passage, what did Hercules suggest the old farmer seeing the farmer difficulty? To push the wagon with all his strength. Okay. So option B. Next question. How did the old farmer respond to the Hercules suggestion as per the passage? So once again we will read it. So the farmer gritted his teeth and got around the back of the wagon. Then he pushed and pushed as hard as he could and called to the horse to pull and pull as hard as as hard as they could. The wagon started to move along bit by bit until the wheel was out of the rut. Hercules in third stanza, they say that Hercules looked at the farmer, then he looked at the poor, tried the horses, and he looked at the wagon stuck in the mud and said, "Get back off your wagon and push with all your strength, and tell your horses to pull with all their might." Do you really think that you can move your wagon by just looking at it? So the farmer did not even listen to Hercules' suggestion. The farmer took Hercules' suggestion. The farmer second guessed Hercules' suggestion. So the farmer jumped on the seat and just stood there looking miserable, but did not make any effort to push or pull the wagon at all. Did he was ill short. Hercules looked at the farmer, then he looked at the poor. The farmer only looked at and got around back the wagon. Took Hercules' address and implemented it in the best possible way. Yes, Hercules' solution. So I think it's the next question. What is the farmer smiling for the end of the verses? Because Hercules started moving. Okay. So these are the all 30 questions. Next we will go to the next section.